Just my mother and I. And she worked a lot of jobs, lots of fucking jobs. She used to do rent parties too, but that's a whole nother story and stuff like that. So boom, so she didn't have a lot of coins a lot of times. So we go grocery shopping, and she used to buy something called Hogshead cheese. Now, depending on where you at, who you grew up around, it might have a different name or whatever. But I'll call it gelatinized leftover meat scraps that they slammed together and made lunch meat. So yeah. Anyway, so my mother would get this shit and make sandwiches. By the way, me as a kid, oh, it's still to as an adult, I'm picky about my food. Shit don't look like, don't smell like, don't feel right, don't it ain't right. I don't want it. And so to get me to eat this food, she would tell me that, Lisa, if you eat this whole sandwich and you go outside and play afterwards, you can jump over that fence in the yard. And as a kid, I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. She said, this is called bull meat. Now, around about that time, I could read certain words, and I'm like, I don't remember it saying bull on here. She said, but that's what it's really called, but they don't call it that in the grocery store. They give it a different name. And I'm like, okay. So I could really jump this fence. And she said, yeah. She said, but you have to eat the whole sandwich. And so I was like, okay, well, I ate it, and I was like, oh, I guess it's all right. I ate the sandwich. I was excited about going outside to go jump this fence. So boom, in our yard, which by the way, I pick a certain section of the fence. There was a certain section of fence that the older people in the neighborhood, they would cut through your yard, and instead of hopping the regular height gate, what they did was took this one section where the poles weren't at no more, and the gate, the chain link sunk. You understand? But to like a 3-year old, this shit's fucking tall. But to an adult, it's easy enough to jump over. So I was like, I'm gonna go to that section and I'm gonna jump this fence. So I was like, yeah, I was ready. I went outside and I ran, put my best effort in. By the way, I did clear this fence. The point of the story is being beat in the head in order to do something that somebody wants you to do. So when I be telling some of my stories, and I'm like, yeah, the government beat you in the head, okay? And a lot of times I apply that to everybody, regardless of how you look, your race, this, that, and all across the spectrum. Because we all been beaten in the head. So, but yeah, that's my story from when I was a child. And yeah, because she wanted me to eat that damn sandwich because she know I didn't like to eat eggs. I still don't. There's something about this some smell or something. I don't know. It's a texture thing too. I'm funny, real funny. Anyway, but needless to say, she got me to eat that sandwich. Got me to